Well, it is the fall in Calgary, and we are looking at what happened in September in the real estate marketplace and doing our deep dive in what the data is actually saying. There's a media frenzy out there about there is some pretty scary stuff going on in the media as it relates to real estate market. So let's make sure that we actually get the real data as opposed to just talking about what the media headlines are. Calgary, differently than other cities around the country, has been slightly insulated from the rising interest rates in the real estate marketplace.
Yeah, particularly again on the apartment side, we've talked about this over the past months. Detached home sales are down versus the average of the last 4 years, whereas apartment sales continue to way outperform the average over that same period. So continued reurbanization, I think, is the main driver there, and affordability. So I think that's one interesting point. The other interesting point is interest rates going up like this, I think it's creating a situation where homeowners that are selling or wanting to sell and then buy and locked in a lower interest rate are going to take probably a little bit more time to think about exactly what that looks like if they're moving into the same market or purchasing their next home. Because you could have locked in at 2.5% 6 months ago, but now you're looking at 4 or 5%. So I think that's creating a supply shortage that is creating, that's a big part of the equation.
Yeah, and unlike other cities around Canada, we don't have a demand problem here. Sales are up, which is not something we would say about many cities in Canada right now.
Yeah, we saw in Q2 that the most amount of people have exited Ontario on record over the last 40 years. And the majority of them are actually going to Alberta. We're the number one province where they are moving. So that helps the demand side. And I think that's a big part of the apartment story. But overall demand in Alberta, given our overall affordability and quality of life and general awesomeness, if you're from here, that's certainly a big factor.
Yeah, so if you're considering selling right now, you have very little competition in the market and people are purchasing. So it's kind of one of those great opportunities to get in the market if you can.